The story takes place on the tropical island of Bali, lying 8 degrees south of the equator and directly north of Western Australia. Bali is known for its picturesque beauty, surfing, and its amazing Hindu culture. 90% of tourists stay in the southern part of the island, in and around overdeveloped beach areas such as Kuta, Sanur, and Nusa Dua. Most never go beyond a handful of marked tourist attractions, which are becoming less and less attractive due to persistent hawkers, box stores, and a growingly deceitful tourism industry. Wanting to see something different and looking for adventure, we decided to circumnavigate the 400 kilometers of Bali on foot, camping on the beaches and living with the locals, aiming to go beyond the mark of tourism, beyond the tourist traps, souvenir hawkers, and hordes of party-going travelers of the south, in hopes of discovering Bali in a more authentic form.
I like to dedicate this to my friends in Victoria who don't think they've seen anything good like this.
Trying to cheat, but there's no other way to get my life on easy street. Someone else telling you what you're living for, been knocking you down, now you're looking for more. And the only sign here is a closing door. Been looking for peace, but they're bringing you war. Rich man crack is the money is time.
Oh man.
Because he knows the end line. He knows the end line. And there's a man over there says he's tougher than me, but I got eyes that can see through fantasy. I can see through fantasy. I think my life is passing me by.
That's where it all starts, Tim. That's where it all starts.
Here we are, day one, walking down to the beach.
Still not really entirely sure what we're doing or where we're going, but it's one-way direction up the coast, so we figure we'll end up back here then.
Let's consult the map to see which way, left or right here.
It's a good thing that there's the measured miles on the map, eh? It's really good.
There's no legend or scale to the map. Yeah!
Hey, what the fuck? What?
From our hotel in Kuta, we took a cab to Katewal Beach, just north of Sanur. And from there, we had 5 days to make it to our first destination, which was the village of Babandam, in the far east of Bali, where my friend Gusti was getting married.
We've been discussing how to handle our first river crossing here in Kuta, and I think we're just gonna have to go fucking help that.
Yeah!
They're chanting, I think they're Hindu chants coming from the jungle, and there's a little temple over there I think we're gonna go check out. It was the first day, and we'd been walking all day, and eventually we arrived at our camp. and about 2 hours earlier, I'd asked him to tie my Crocs to the back of my bag, and which he did, but it wasn't until we got to our camp that I realized, and he realized, that my Crocs had fallen off and I was shoeless.
First night, and we've discovered we've lost our Crocs. Well, Simon has lost his due to my not, but I still got mine.
Oh my God. Generally speaking, you don't want to lose your shoes on the first day of a 400-kilometer trek.
So Simon went to the village to get some new sandals, and it was up to me to set up the first camp. But I soon realized as I laid out our tarp that it was about 3 feet too short, and it was not going to cover our hammocks. In the haste of getting everything together for our trip, we had kind of neglected a few things, and one of those was a trial run on setting up camp. But this is where we realized that doing it live probably wasn't the best idea.
No surprise, no mystery. In this desert that I call my soul.
This is our first camp out night. We're looking at a peaceful sky. We're prepared for the worst.
Everyone we had talked to about our plans to walk around Bali basically just thought we were joking and said it couldn't be done. But on the second night we met a guy who thought it could be done, and so we took a picture with him, and it was kind of just a nice boost for our morale. After a long day's walk, we finally made it to a little beach hut restaurant, and we kind of sat down, and it got dark on us quickly, and I think the owners could tell that we were in no shape to find a place to stay, so they offered us a little straw mat to sleep in out the back. The next day we headed for the road to try and make up as much ground as we could. We ended up hitching a ride with a truck driver the last couple kilometers up to a famous temple called Goa Lawa, otherwise known as the Bat Cave Temple. Goa Lawa was probably the first real tourist destination we came to along the walk, so there were other tourists there and people trying to sell you sarongs and different things. So when Simon and I were finished having a look through the temple, we were eating across the street, and you could just see some of the hawkers were waiting for us to finish so they could try and sell us one of their little trinkets. When we finished our meal, we stood up, and instead of walking back to the parking lot where all the tourist buses were, we turned around and walked the opposite way to the desolate beach and just started walking up the beach. But it was just priceless to see the looks on their faces. Half a day's walk from Goa Lawa, we came to this lava spit, and it was just this amazing place. You could see where the lava had come down into the ocean and how the rock had formed, and there was tidal pools for swimming in, and we just kind of sat there for the afternoon and watched the boats go by. It was just a magical type of place. Not now, Simon, not now. So we're just heading off the beach. Gonna walk into Padang Bai.
Coconuts.
How much is coconut?
How much?
10,000 per one.
10,000 for one?
Yes. What? Dayo kembali. Makasih ya. Sama-sama.
How was it?
It's money. Pure goodness.
That is delicious. We've reached Padang Bai.
Now all we need to do.
Unfortunately, we didn't film the getting here, but
Which is pretty ridiculous.
we got
But
some
we
good
got some
stuff on
photos.
there. We got some good stuff.
Now what we have to do is find a boatman. Probably not one of those boats. Probably one of those boats.
Mm-hmm.
And
I like you.
and get him to take us around the corner.
All right.
So we're in what beach are we in, man?
Padang Bay.
We're in Padang Bay. We're in a serious predicament. We got all the way here, and we wanted to catch a fishing boat, a traditional fishing boat, so we can get up the coast a little bit before we trek inland towards the wedding. And this young gentleman, he's the man who hustled us. He beat us. He won. We walked away, and we came back.
He did not chase after us,
He did. He was.
and he won.
He won. We lost.
$225,000.
$225,000 later.
They're gonna drop us on the beach.
But why'd you do it? Why'd you do it? To give us what?
I'm like you have story in Padang Bay.
Yeah.
From Kuta, you walking, go to Padang Bay. Padang Bay. From Padang Bay, you go to Candidasa or Sengkidu.
And our boat has arrived, and we are embarking for Senduku.
Sengkidu.
Senkidu. Ah! We didn't think we were gonna be able to make it, but we are leaving the harbor, and it is so sweet. Captain, hello.
I kissed your mouth and back, but that's all I need.
From the words of Bagus, we're going into very dangerous waters.
Don't build your world around volcanoes, melt you down, and what I am to you is not real. What I am to you, you do not need. What I am to you is not what you mean to me. To give me miles and miles of mountains, and I ask for the sea.
The boatman's gonna take us in here. There's a little quiet beach around the side. This is where we're staying this evening. You know, rest up, and then we're gonna walk into the wedding. It's gonna be good.
Throw yourself like that in front of me. I kissed your mouth, your
Just slept our third night in our little bungalow shack we found, and I'm optimistic that we're actually gonna make it to this wedding.
So we set out quite early looking to make it to Gusti's village. We weren't really sure how far it was or what the terrain was going to be like, so we didn't know how long it was going to take, but we knew we needed to make it to Babandam before the end of the day. The road inland ended at a town called Nies, and from there some locals had told us that there were paths through the jungle and over the mountain to Babandam.
It's one of those moments that you really just have to be there. We're not even a quarter way around the island, but we just feel like we climbed Mount Everest, and we're almost at this wedding. And God forbid.
Now we actually are climbing the mountains as well. So we're just leaving the coast straight into the mountains. Should be a Babandam sometime today. I'm feeling good. How about you, Simon?
I feel great, Tim. Go.
We're here in the mountains of Bali, on our way to Babandam. We're in this town called Nies. Babandam is over that hill, And on the other side, we make it to our destination, Gusti's wedding.
Can we do it?
Oh, we could do it. Di mana babandam?
Alright, this is the path that's gonna lead us down our treacherous trek. Our water supply is such. Music, check. God, Tim's good looking. Okay, we have a guide temporarily for the moment. I think this man feels sorry for us.
I'm glad I brought my hiking boots with me.
I don't mind coming here, wasting all my time. 'Cause when you're standing oh so near, kinda lose my mind. It's not the perfect
So if we go over the mountain, we go left?
Ya,
Alright. Makasih ya.
ya, sama-sama.
Alright, Simon.
Sana tanya ya.
It's simple. We go left over the mountain.
Nanti di sana ada rumah, tanya sana. Di sana ada rumah banyak orang.
You catch all that?
Sana ya.
Yeah, I got that, you?
Okay, sweet, me too.
Mana tempat namanya jalannya Bandung itu kan ya dibilangin deh.
Okay.
Sana langsung.
Or we die.
Iya ya.
Oh God.
Oh man,
talking in your sleep.
I'm filming this. We are we officially in the jungle, Tim. We officially in the jungle. Oh, it's nice. Oh God. Maybe I shouldn't be filming while walking on this treacherous bridge. All right, 2 hours later.
so I've just come across a couple rest huts. And that's basically where we came from. You can see that. Yeah. This is the jungle. Still gotta go up here.
Oh, further.
Down the other side. I think we're doing alright. There could be drinks up ahead as well. Just taking a little break on top of the mountain. Somewhere down there is Gusti's village. We can hear the party already. Gusti, we're coming. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Party time.
So, in actual fact, when we last checked in with you, we weren't actually at the top of the hill. It led to a path, just moderately steep, that 20 minutes later, well, we're assuming what's around the corner is the top of the hill. So I think, Tim, back me up on this, we can officially say we're at the top of the hill here.
Ooh. Fork in the road. This way? Seems confident. Not too sure why.
So, unfortunately, there was a little downfall in the hill, and once again, we're not at the top of the hill yet, but we feel like we're getting closer. Or I took the wrong way back there. But that's probably unrealistic. Not really sure, but I think we might have made it.
Oh, wow. Look at this.
Oh, Tim, awesomeness. This is what it's all about.
Reminds me of childhood memories where everything was as fresh as the bright blue sky. Now and then when I see her face, she takes me
Come over here, you can see how it runs down.
place, and if I stare too long, I'd probably break down and cry.
Come look at it from there. It has a little divot.
Oh, sweet child of mine. Oh, sweet love of
Hope you guys like rice.
walked through the rice fields and we were in the town of Babandam.
A little more life around here.
Once we got into Babandam, I turned my phone on and found a bunch of messages asking, "Where are you guys?" Which I thought was kind of weird, and we finally figured it out. We were actually late for the wedding. It had happened that day, but Gusti was just happy that we'd made it there, and so he invited us up to his house to have a few drinks with friends and family.
Today or
Iya, baru ke Kanada lagi.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Party never ends.
We did our best to keep up with the guys, but we were pretty exhausted from the walk, so after a couple of beers, we retired to our quarters.
This is Gusti's place in Babandam. Kindly let us stay here last night. Nice to have a soft bed last night. Simon took the floor for some reason. Wasn't too stoked about that. How's your sleep, Simon?
Wasn't the best sleep. I was tired though.
Let it be noted it was his choice when he complains about it later.
We're in Babandam. We're in the BMO.
We're in a BMO
50 cent cab ride here.
on the way to Amlapura.
This is what the locals ride. Unfortunately, the two white boulet have taken up all the space in their local bus, and we're rocking out. So none of the locals can fit in here with us. We'd love to have them, but my friend, hello, hello. How are you?
Where I go?
When we come to your city, you know we're gonna ask, what do you want to do before you die? No. When you go to their city, you know they're gonna ask, where you go? Bagaimana?
How are you?
Where I go?
One of the things we got sick of hearing on our walk was, where are you going? And everywhere in Bali, people will come up to us, and their way of saying hello in Bali translates to, where you go? Mo kumana?
Sitting in a BMO with a nice breeze, doors open.
We don't believe in doors here in Bali.
From Katewal Beach, we took the coast up to Padang Bai, where we took a boat across to Senkidu and then headed inland. From Babandam, we took a BMO back to Chandidasa and rented motorbikes so we could explore the rest of the east coast.
We're in Candidasa, the heart of Australian Pigville, and we're staying the night in the bungalow. Breakfast in bed, and the game plan is we stay here and we're gonna bomb up today. We got motorbikes, and we're gonna bomb up, and we're gonna see the temple, and maybe we're gonna see some other stuff. This is the get up.
Today is fully Balinese day. We kind of were a little late for the wedding. We had all this planned to wear at the wedding, so since we can't wear it at the wedding, we're going to wear it to the Mother Temple of Bali.
We're just on our way to the temple. We've rented motorbikes for the day. And we're taking a little detour from Candidasa. A little rest day, rejuvenation. How you feel, Tim?
rejuvenated.
Rejuvenated!
Pura Basaki, consisting of 22 temples, is considered the holiest place in Bali. Built around 600 years ago, it sits high on the slopes of the active volcano Gunung Agung. The last eruption in 1963 killed 1,700 people, but missed the temple by mere feet. To add to the lore, the day also coincided with a special ceremony held once every 200 years. It was seen as a sign that the gods had protected the mother temple of Bali, a place all Balinese Hindus visit at least once a year.
Cobra. Oh, so cool, man. So And that's the random stuff that just happens while you're going along the road, which is kind of sweet. Hello.
Action.
I'm perfectly comfortable right now because why wouldn't I be? You know what I mean? It wasn't like Tim just said, hey, let's pull over the motorbikes and climb this tower. But as you can see, we're enjoying a typical Bali view in the far mountains, which is just another day in the life of Tim Simon right now. I'm not the best fan of heights, but right now we are just chilling on this tower.
Oh my god.
I generally don't trust some of these farm equipment that they have out on the land here, but you know, if they construct a tower, it's got to be legit. Explain to me how you convinced me to climb here.
I saw the tower. I pulled over.
And I followed.
I said, Simon, are you thinking what I'm thinking? And he said yes.
Oh.
The gate was open. It was very inviting.
Gate's always open.
Everyone was saying it was all good, except for one guy.
And
We
then,
convinced him that it was anyway.
we didn't really listen to him anyway. He's kind of a knob. We hopped on our motorbikes, ripped back to Candidasa, and loaded up our gear so we could catch a BMO in the morning to go up to the north coast.
Catch a first glimpse of the north coast of Bali. Simon, how do you like it, buddy?
I love rocks and sandals.
Rock Beach.
And you can guess it.
It's called Nasi, by the way, just for future reference.
I have not been able to figure it out.
The first night on the north coast, we set up camp, found a little hut to put our bags in, and it was the first night we actually had to use our bug screens. Because at dusk, there was literally thousands of creepy crawlers, and they were actually penetrating our bug screen. It was one of those moments where you're just questioning, you know, what am I doing on this trip? And if you thought that was bad, we woke up the next morning and literally steps away from our hammocks was the biggest spider I've ever seen.
before we left, me and Tim had talked about maybe doing something for Christmas, but it hadn't really come up again. And I think it was about the 23rd. We'd been walking all morning. It was hot as hell out, and we came across this coconut grove and decided to set our hammocks up to have a read. And we ended up staying there for about 4 days, and that's where we spent Christmas. Christmas Day, I woke up in my hammock to this Indonesian who was about 2 inches away from my face, and he was staring curiously, wondering what we were doing, I suppose, in this coconut grove. And he was friendly enough, and he pointed at the coconut tree and said, "Duo." And I said, "Yes, please." And he climbed up the coconut tree and cut us 2 fresh coconuts for Christmas Day morning.
He's off the ladder. Woo! Quite a nice ladder he's got there, actually.
I would pass my health and safety regulations back home, for sure.
Bagus? Bagus. Langsung sini. Mah, berada yai kan. Duh, mah. Oke,
Suksama.
suksama ya. Banyak, suksama kira.
We're here, day 6 or 7, not really sure. Spent the night in the coconut grove. A little hammock action. Hammock number 2. Got all our stuff. Trav joined us last night. This is the newest addition to the trek. Trav, care to say hi to the camera? It's early. It's early here in the coconut grove. Trav rolls in, starts fires and stuff. Pretty cool. Love his attitude. We're gonna see if we can make some coffee or something happen out of this. Fire number 1, check 1. Go.
It was the kids that were the most curious, and they kept coming down from the village to see the 3 mysterious boulets camping in the coconut grove. Shortly after, their parents came down, and we were invited into Wayan's house for lunch.
So there's the fish we're gonna feast on tonight. Or this afternoon. These 2 gentlemen have kindly invited us into their house.
Christmas Day in Bali. Couldn't be more stressed. This is awesome. Awesome.
Online Maya.
A little bit of fish and some garlic sauce.
Try that out. Is that hot?
That was a Trav.
Delicious. Delicious.
Tim.
Simon.
He fried this garlic in a coconut. You gotta eat this.
Alright, I gotta get a taste here.
Oh, yeah.
That's pure goodness.
You guys? Yes, thank you.
Mmm.
I have.
Bagus.
This is totally the.
Simon's gonna play his trance
Just when
music.
you thought it couldn't get any gay.
Simon puts on Bolton Anna. #1 hit in Sweden for 2 years.
So he's taking sympathy on me, and he's only filling my cup up this full because he doesn't think I can drink. So
Hello?
I got
Only 3/4 of the way for Simon. Good day, Simon.
Good day, Simon.
good day, same one.
Good day. Just so you know what we were doing on Christmas, Mom, when I didn't call. That's
little bit too much tuak.
Coconut juice, yeah. It's not water coconut juice.
It's beer. It's just beer.
Yeah, man. Hey, brother. Come on. Okay. Contrary to popular belief, tuak is not like beer, and we got pretty drunk on Christmas.
Take this bottle.
So it's Boxing Day. Happy birthday, Mom. We're still here in the Coconut Grove, hanging out with some of the family, and we're just getting camp ready to go here. And then we're back on the road, see if we can make Singaraja for New Year's Eve. Tim, how you feeling? Little hungover from the coconut beer we were drinking last night? Trav, you ready for your first trek? Ready to go? This is not safe, but looks like a hell of a lot of fun. Oh, come on, man! Oh, you little brats! Hey! So after becoming a part of the family, spending Christmas, it was time to say goodbye, and we came in to find Ryan, the head of the house, and he wasn't there. So we told him to say our farewell and our best, and then we had to push on. And we got about, let's say, 3 hours up the beach, and it was at that moment when this friendly Indonesian face came running out of the forest, and we didn't know who he was or what was going on, and we realized it was Ryan, and somehow he tracked us down, and he brought us food, and he was just really sad that we hadn't had a chance to say goodbye. So that was really cool.
So we've come across this old cemetery. Some chanting and drum music in the background. Kind of cool.
They're just open, and the bones are just chilling. They happen to get
Pretty much all of these tombs are open. You can see bones in all of them. What do we have here?
we don't piss anyone off. And we found where the boys are escaping the girls. I hope that doesn't come up on the audio.
Temple.
Apa?
Simon's gonna do his fortune.
What does that mean? What was once an innocent fortune telling actually turned out to be the local kids gambling.
We had heard about this place where there was a natural spring, and it was kind of a local tourist attraction. So that kind of became our next destination.
took a little breather. We're on our way to Singaraja for New Year's Eve, and we came across the shipwreck, so we're gonna go check that out. Here we are on a boat. These guys, Tim, they're pretty cool. All black shirts.
They haven't asked us where we're going.
They haven't asked us where we're going, so they're pretty chill.
I was gonna do a dance and sing "I'm on a boat," but I think that's just too cliche. And after that House of Boating 09 video came out, I don't think I can bring myself to do it.
Stage right here. Just waiting for it. Right?
I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. I'm riding dolphins and shit.
I'm sure you are all impressed with that.
So we came around the corner from the barge and we found this art studio. And we went inside and it was filled with just the most obscure art collection. I think Simon and I were more terrified than anything. But we were glad that Trav was there because that kind of stuff is just right up his alley. We decided to spend New Year's in a hotel in Lovina Beach, and at this point Trav left us. He went and stayed in one of the Buddhist monasteries, and but I was actually just glad that he was able to come for a couple of days because he had a lot to do with the original idea of the trip. We caught a BMO from Chandidasa to just outside of Jalambin and headed for Lovina. We spent a couple days with Wayan in the coconut grove, went to the water springs, and when we got to Lovina, we rented motorbikes and headed for the volcano.
I thought you'd change, but I stood alone. You play nice for a time, and then you do wrong. I thought long and hard about.
We'd heard of a place called Chunyan, where a small village sat along a crater lake. What enticed us about this village was their unique tradition of leaving their dead to openly decay in a quiet spot only accessible by boat. The interesting thing we discovered in Chunyan was an old tree that absorbed the smell of their dead.
Just a psychotic girl, and I won't get lost in your world.
Today is New Year's Eve, and not only that, it's Simon's birthday. What should we do? Let's head into the village and get some tuak.
So we knew we'd found tuak when the boys brought it out in a 5-liter gas tank.
Come on now, can we talk about it like we used to talk about? Hotel in the hills with the carousel, farmhouse in the front and tractor in the lounge.
Later in the afternoon, our friend Nikos came up from Kuta, and we had a big New Year's feast and partied the night away. But since our grandkids might watch this one day, we'll save those stories for another time.
Second half of the walk.
I feel good. We actually got our laundry done. I'm wearing clean boxers. I've got a towel.
Stayed in a hotel for about 3 nights. We're pretty much sick of that. We want to get back on the road. No more people ripping you off. We want the realness, you know?
Keep it real.
The realness don't come with the luxury.
Just outside of Lovina, we came across some kids playing basketball. So we figured, you know, we're from the home of Steve Nash, 2-time NBA MVP. Let's show them a thing or two about basketball. Well, they showed us a thing or two.
So we're out here in West Bali. I think this is kind of the wine growing region of the island, even though their wine is pretty shite.
The girls actually started checking us out again, which is
There are
good
girls
sign.
talking to us, and they are smiling and
Huge.
looking.
Huge.
And there actually are girls that are around rather than them all being hidden. So we're in good spirits. We don't mind walking. Hello, Apakabar. That was not a great example, but
Those are the kind of girls that are talking to Tim. So I'll film a little action for you later on.
Walking in the heat and humidity of Bali is no easy task. So whenever we needed an energy pickup, we put on a certain song, Andre Nicotina's Killer Whale, and just rolled through the village pumping gangster rap.
Did somebody say, feel mal? Mr. Jim Jones, could you please drop a verse?
Nigga, it's the J to the I to the N to the J-O-N-E-S. Nigga in the flesh. Chewy boy, do me with the Buddha sass. I'm like the Lion King, cause everything I see is mine. Ain't Tommy Tuckers, man, I'm stopping fuckers like a sign. So read my mind, the situation's critical. You know that Chewy man, shit can get like critical. You think you know me?
Gonna get some pantai action. You smell the beach. Oh, I can hear the thunder roaring. Good thing that at Wyons for Christmas, we used one of our tarps for the Christmas lunch, and we have no idea where it is. So we have 3 tarps to build for tonight, because it is probably gonna dump on us.
to be honest, I saw that tarp all strung up at Wyons, covering these like chickens.
Shut up.
And I didn't have the heart to take it back.
Shut up. Wyon turned on us? No.
I think one of his fucking minions.
You mean like when his son had your cell phone and iPod in his bedroom? Kind of like that? Oh.
But they were just looking after it.
Yeah, I know. It's a funny thing that he's just like, where it at? He walks in his room, grabs it. I appreciate that. Oh, come on. These dogs are not going to give us a break, are they? Why don't you go throw rocks at it like you did last night, Tim? That really woke the neighborhood dogs up, didn't it? That's a friendly looking dog. This is the kind of shit that we have to do with. You know, last time we didn't have food, Tim. Last time we didn't have food. This time I'm fucking carrying food. And these are some hungry dogs.
It looks like we could get some rain tonight.
Oh, and the cloud has rolled in. And it's starting to rain. It hasn't even started coming down, but it's gonna piss. We're gonna go find some shelter.
The far west of Bali is a national park, and we had been told that the only way you could go into it was with a certified guide or to pay off a corrupt official. So since we were pretty low on funds, we decided to skip this portion of the island.
Simon, what do you think of those guys in the parking lot?
I don't like them. And they don't like me. Let's go Jalaning, Tim.
From Lovina, we headed for Gili Manuk in the far west of Bali. We turned the corner and headed home for Cuba.
So we'd been walking all day, and we'd just come into this village, and the clouds were really starting to roll in, and it was going to dump on us. But we were about that point during the day that we'd made the decision we're just going to keep on walking. And it was at that moment that we saw this lady staring at us from across the street. And we went over and we said hi, and she spoke English, which we weren't expecting, and she was teaching at a school right there. And she said, "This is crazy, guys. It's going to rain. It's going to dump on you. Would you like to come in?" And we said, "Yes, please. Thank you."
This very nice lady invited us in, and we're coming into the Bahasa Inggris school. That's Widyasara, is that right?
Little plug there.
Education, Suara is sound.
Okay, let's go check it out. Tim, after you.
Alright.
Yes, welcome. Coming. Okay, this is my kid. Miss Chen. All of them are the elementary school.
So rather than being stuck in this treacherous rain, which might have caused us to jump a Vimo and find the nearest hotel, we are in a school, and we've got class tomorrow. So this will be interesting to find out what happens. We started in Kuta and we walked all the way around until here, and now we're gonna continue on walking to back to Kuta. But it's very nice to meet all of you and come and see your school. So hello and nice to meet you. Morning.
Is that really that you are walking around or by bus or transportation?
We physically walk most of the time. In some places we've stopped and rented motorbikes or called a quick Vimo because we couldn't walk along the beach. But mostly we've physically walked around.
17 days it's taken us from Sanur around the island to here.
It was really interesting to go teach in the school because you got an insight into the daily life of the kids there. And the funny thing is, halfway through the day, school stopped and we all walked up to the temple for an important ceremony that was happening.
What's the other one?
The first one is
Pusa,
Yeah,
which is the protector.
protector.
Pusa, and the destructor is
Dalam temple.
Dalam, and the creator?
The creator is Desa temple.
Desa.
Desa.
Okay. We're in the destructor temple. Alright.
Yeah, because all the life will be back.
Yeah.
Can you say something for the camera? Say something for my mom. Say hello, aku ibu. Om Swastiastu.
Om Swastiastu.
After school, our host came to us with the idea that they drive us a little bit up the coast, take us to the regional temple, and then drop us at Rambutsui temple, where we'd spend the night before we continue trekking.
Oh no, you say goodbye and I say hello.
Last night we had our hammocks set up over there in the trees and it started to rain, so we quickly rushed and took shelter in this gazebo. How was your sleep, Simon?
Oh, it was a little, the surf was a little harder than I like, but it was
You were able to sprawl over 3/4 of the gazebo, so that was good.
Tim ran away and went and hid in the temple because I was taking up too much of that thing. But the locals say that the caves here actually go all the way to the other side of the island, but they can't go in it because there's a giant snake. So we slept real good knowing that. Ain't no rodents running around here, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that and about 500 flashes of lightning.
Yeah.
So the main temple is actually up on that cliff there. Give you some good vantage points from the area. Bunch of rice fields on the other side. And on up the beach, cloudy day, it'd be nice for walking if it doesn't rain on us.
To this point, we had been really lucky with the rain. Almost every night we watched from a distance, thunderstorms happening. But as we rounded Gilimanuk and headed towards Kuta, the inevitable happened.
After trekking up the coast, about halfway to Medewi, we came to an impassable river and we cut inland, and we were going through the cow pastures until it just started to dump on us.
We are caught in the rain. We found some farmer's hut though.
So always take a shortcut through the mud pit, and here we are. Eventually, walking up the beach, we hit an impassable river, and the clouds were really coming in and it was going to rain hard. And that's when we discovered there was a temple there, which we ran into as it started to piss on us. And we stayed the night, we set our hammocks in there. In the morning, we felt a little guilty about staying in the temple, so we gave an offering of a fork and a comb for the dogs. Berapa? Satu, dua. This is the local nasi campur. This is pretty much what we've been living off of. On the roadsides, these are every 5 feet. Tim has a philosophy that, like dogs, if you just keep on walking, they'll leave you alone. These guys have huge logs attached to their necks and haven't backed away yet. Tim, by all means, start walking. Start walking. They'll back away for sure, dude. No problem. No worries. We're gonna go around the side, guys. For a serious river crossing that we've had to do. That is my bag with all the audio-visual equipment except for this camera, which I guess I'm gonna have to now carry across. Oh, here comes the trip. You're a beautiful man, Tim. How you feel, Tim? Ah, crap.
Something extra sketchy about when Simon does it.
First river crossing successful, as long as that camera doesn't go wet.
Never seen me drinking bad red wine. Don't worry about this man that you love. Don't you think it's sometimes wise not to grow up? You're gonna pistol skin me fire. I want it all, yes. You're gonna get no better fire. Yeah, I want it all. You're gonna get no better fire. I want it all. Please excuse me while
Agi. That is a workout. I haven't even had breakfast. Reporting live with Tim Johns and Simon Smith. We just came through the rice fields and we're back in the real world, but one day's walk, we actually kind of half made it. We're almost there. How you feeling, Tim?
Pretty good. Just rocked up to Tanalot. Got a nice shower over there with the surfers. I feel great right now. Gonna meet Nikos over there in the restaurant.
Wait.
We're only a day away from finishing this trip off, so.
It's been pretty good, dude. That was our objective for today. You can only get there when the water's down. We did it. We have just had such a reality check in where we are. Back to the bubble.
What a shithole.
Back to the bubble tourist crap area. And after all that amazing shit, Croc, if we don't get a sponsorship, Crocs, if we don't get a sponsorship, somebody's gonna pay the price. Because those things seen some miles.
Out of the rice fields onto the beach. Again, pretty sure no Westerner has ever been here. Oh, there's another boule down here.
Hey, what are you doing?
Hey, where are you from, man?
Canada.
Oh, sweet.
Vancouver.
I'm Australian. You're just like us.
No, you not really, mate.
Me Sheila says that.
cold can kill us before fumes. Now's the right time for a good song. Get something to say what I can't. Do you feel bad like I feel bad? Pour us a road, we'll both drink and drive. Kiss me with a cherry lipstick. Never wash you off my face. Hit me, I can take you.
After we left Tanalot, we cut down a back alley and we ended up on probably one of the most expensive resorts of the island, and we cut across their golf courses with mud on our face and our bags. We did not look like we belonged there, but we trekked through confidently to compensate, and we ended up down on the beach on the other side, where we pushed on until we hit an impassable river, where at this time we had been walking for probably 12 hours, and most of that was spent chomping through rice fields, and we threw the tarps down and we just collapsed on them because we were absolutely exhausted.
We had stopped on an open beach, and it was so windy that I actually built a sand barricade to try and protect us from the wind a little bit. And when we went to bed, it was clear skies, but we could see off in the distance that there were some clouds rolling in. So we went to sleep on our tarps, and in the middle of the night, a monsoon hit. So we grabbed the corner of the tarp and just kind of rolled into the middle and protected ourselves as best we could, but the rain was coming down in sheets. And in the morning we woke up soaking wet to find that we had left our camera out and we therefore have no more footage of the trip.
In the west, we had taught in the school, followed the coast through Medewi and Tanala, and arrived back at our final destination, Kuta.
Fittingly, it was pretty anticlimactic. From day one, we had envisioned walking up on Kuta Beach, lean and weathered with our backpacks and supplies. Our friends would meet us as we walked past flabbergasted tourists on their day beds. When we did finally make it to Kuta, we found the monsoon had ravaged the beach and there was hardly a person in sight. I guess it was a fitting way to end what was such an epic journey for us. I guess I had learned a lot from this trip. We discovered such a wonderful side of people. The Balinese had been so generous and hospitable. I realized that oftentimes, to truly discover a people, one needs to escape the infrastructure of tourism, to venture beyond a comfort zone, forcing you to be more aware, and in doing so, forgetting the everyday worries we have become so accustomed to.
Happy
ago, I sat in a car with Tim, talking about our travel experiences and how much our trips have meant to us. This conversation happened incidentally right before Tim flew out to Indonesia. And our conversation ended with me saying, "Tim, if I'm still here when you get back, or haven't left, you can punch me as hard as you want in the face, and that's a promise." 2 months later, I'd bought a one-way ticket to Europe, and it wasn't until I was partway through my tour of Europe that I received an email from Tim saying he wanted to walk around an island in Indonesia called Bali. When I had originally left Canada on a one-way ticket, I did not think I would end up in Southeast Asia. But when Tim wrote me about this idea, I had such a strong gut instinct about it. 5 days later, I wrote him back saying, "I fly into Bali in 2 weeks. Don't go anywhere without me." This is what eventually led to sleeping in hammocks, under stars, living off of rice, and of course, Jalan Jalan.
Such a pretty house and such a pretty garden. No surprises, no surprises, no surprises.
Simon is on his way up the tree to get coconuts. Did he bring a knife?
But that's nasty. What you talking about? Putting boogies in people's butts. You out your mind or something? Go to jail.
Crocs.
Something like that.
Take 7. Still intact.
Simon climbs the coconut tree, take 2. The Canucks towel. Oh no, no. What was that move?
Crocs, take 35. Still intact.
Best not be filming right now.
Simon climbs the coconut tree, take 3.
You must be out your mind, man. Do y'all get paid?
Crocs.
Y'all got to get some kind of money because this
Check
don't sound
3.
like the kind of, I'd
Check.
rather golf, to be perfectly honest, and put something in somebody's butt.
The whole walk has been compromised now that Simon failed to get us coconuts for breakfast.
You trying to jump into this?
Yeah.
Gay as fuck.
Oh man! Did you fart?
Oh no, no man.
Oh man. Can get it up. Fuck.
Couldn't get it up.
Out. That's not what it sounds like.
In your butt, just stop to sing about your butt. Feels real good when you sing about your butt. Sing.
Now wait a second now. Do y'all get paid for this, for doing this, putting their butt and all that stuff? Really? Hey, what's this, $100 bill? I get to keep this $100 if I be putting stuff in people's butt? Really? Step aside.
Put a telephone in your butt. Say put some dust in your butt. Say it's a must in your butt. Say pizza crust in your butt. Say put a telephone in your butt. Put a later, later in your butt. Put an alligator in your butt. I say put some money in your butt. Sure feel real funny in your butt. I say squeeze it, please it, but don't tease it. Put it in your butt. Wait up, let me just say put a hot